Whee! Hey everyone, it's Mr. Dude here. Back again with another Fallout 4 on Nintendo Switch 2 video. This time we're at Taffington Boathouse, preparing defenses for some fake siren raids. There's so many fun places to do this, but I love Taffington Boathouse the best. It's got a great big field in front of it as we scrap away what we're not going to do. And we're going to turn the balcony and the roof into a two-tiered system of death. So first things first, we're going to do a little ladder, some stairs. That is not a ladder. We're going to go up, 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 up. And with some scaffolding, which is one of my favorite things to build in Fallout, is scaffolding. It just seems flexible to me. We're just going to make some simple floors. We're going to turn it into a two-story tiered system of death. And there's really no right or wrong way to do this, as long as you're having fun and as long as you are applying as much pressure to the enemy as possible. The idea here is to, function before fashion. There's plenty of content creators out there that want to have the prettiest settlements. I'm not one of them. I want to inflict pain. I want to just get it done. So this is a method of getting it done. So I'm happy with that, but remember, OSHA got mad at us last time for not having scaffolding on the second floor. We're not going to talk about what happened to Frank Johnson. But to appease OSHA and the regulatory board, let's put up some scaffolding railing so nobody falls. And I think aesthetically it just looks so beautiful with these, the rails. Alright, moving on. Let's go ahead and put down some weapons. Missile turrets are just nuggets of death. But I want to put them up top. I want them to rain down upon the enemy, unrelenting, and give them no quarter. Laser turret, why not? Machine gun turret. And then down on the first floor, I still want to have a little bit more. We got the generators all hooked up. Everything that needs power has power. And it's looking absolutely fantastically beautiful. We're going to go down here and put maybe a couple more machine guns, and I think that's all we're going to do to test out the first wave or two. But again, you're asking, well, why are you doing this? This helps anybody who is on survival mode. Look at this beautiful, absolutely beautiful Taffington Boathouse 2.0. You use the fake distress signal beacon to lure in raiders or gunners. Luckily, we got gunners. Why? Short. Gunners are great because of their loot. They drop a lot of laser ammo. They drop a lot of weapons that are good for scrapping. And they're fun. They're fun to kill and fun to fight against. So raiders aren't bad. You'll get a lot of stim packs from raiders and some pipe weapons. But I think gunners just bring in just a better array of weapons. Here comes another one. Let's see what happens if we get a little bit closer. Oh my, there goes the missiles. Oh. Look at the bodies fly. Oh my. That weapon was flying towards the boathouse. I love how, oh my gosh. I didn't know these missiles were rapid fire. But the thing is I love how over the top Fallout is with their gore. And just the aesthetic. Look at my settlers just walking nonchalantly through. I like this machine gun. It does double damage when a target is at full health. So let's have some fun with this. Let's get a little bit closer though. The fun thing about Taffington Boathouse is they're always going to spawn like right here on this first little hill. Little bit of goop. That's somebody's arm. So they're always going to spawn in the same spot, which means that you could get creative with Molotov cocktails, with mines. There's sometimes a little bit of time in between. Oh, it looks like I missed somebody. That's why it wasn't spawning. So we'll kill this last gunner, and then they should spawn a group right in front of me where Piper is. Yep, there they are. Looks like we got a legend. Oh my, these missiles. Oh, jeez. Absolute disintegration. So the faster you kill, the faster the next wave will pop up. And the fun thing about Taffington Boathouse, oh my, look at the bodies fly. The fun thing about Taffington Boathouse is they're always going to spawn in this one spot. In other settlements, sometimes they're going to spawn on like different sides of a settlement, and so it's going to spread your focus across 2 different areas. But Taffington makes it easy for you to funnel people in. Look at all the flying body parts. To funnel people into one sector of death, so to say, so it makes for, in my opinion, a little bit easier looting. And again, the goal of this is, 1, to test your abilities and test different weapons and traps and other things that you could build using the workshop mode. Or in this case, what I'm doing is I'm kind of using this to farm for items. Look at the little body part that flew next to me. I use this to be able to farm for items. You know, better armor, better weapons, ammo. And plus, it's just a lot of fun to rip and tear into the enemies. If you're playing survival mode, this is a good way to kind of, the concept is like bring the loot to you. In survival mode, it's very punishing, particularly with like saves. You could be exploring for half an hour and then die, and then you're going to have to load up that save again. But this way, with the fake distress beacon, you could bring enemies to you, get their caps, get their, if you have a merchant in your settlement already, you can use them to like sell and get other items. You could use this to level up and get the perks that you need before venturing out on your next set of quests. So I have found tremendous value in doing this in a survival playthrough. Oh my gosh, look at that death. Everyone is flying. I can't make sense of this, and the Switch 2 seems to be... Oh my gosh, oh, he's flying through the air. The Switch 2 seems to be having a hard time rendering and accounting for all of these objects. Here's round 2. I just think it's hilarious to see the body parts fly. Little bit of goop. This is definitely a goop machine loop. You could get so much good junk and items from this. The missiles seem a little overkill, but it's awesome. Particularly at higher levels, I could imagine this be very, very helpful. Here's a flamer, which is one of my favorite weapons. I just love, it just melts everyone so good with the heavy weapons perks and the explosive perks together. It does really, really well. So we're going to get through maybe a few more waves and then call it good. We're on round 2, wave 8. So we just have a few more to go. Oh my gosh, the barrage. Oh, flying. Touchdown. Okay, we're almost done. Just a few more. This is the last one. We're going to try to kill as many of the grunts as possible. The Switch 2, again, is, oh my gosh, is melting down because it cannot handle the amount of giblets, body parts, weapons, and other things on the ground. So we went ahead and turned it off, and let's go ahead and enter in our loot phase. With it turned off, you can't, you don't need to worry about, oh, it looks like there is one more boss that we need to kill. And with that, we earned the second round flag that we could hang proudly on the boathouse. And we just committed a war crime and violated every Geneva Convention imaginable. This is a gruesome scene, but you can see all the bodies, most of them are kind of in the spot. And I'll speed it up for you not to bore you with the loot and being over encumbered, but take your time, get all the loot, get all the clothes. You could sell them, you could scrap them. But the idea really here is to reap the rewards of your turret's hard work, because let's be honest, you didn't do much. Here's an example of a drop, an Assassin's Combat Rifle. We got some armor. Just keep going around. And bodies have flown all over the place, so be sure to check in the bushes and the trees, up on the hills, etc. Here's some more of the pickups that we got. You could see that. Got some good ones. Oh, and here's somebody eyeball that thud. At any rate, you could get really creative here. You don't have to do this at Taffington. Try other settlements. I love Taffington because it's a guaranteed, hey, you're going to spawn in the same direction every time. Scrap all of your extra weapons that you don't need. You could use that scrap to build, to improve your settlements, etc. Build mods for your weapons. It's really a good time. Anyway, if this inspires you, for lack of a better term, let me know in the comments below. Like and subscribe. Thank you so much. This was Taffington Boathouse Raids.